The Sad Life of Adrienne Barbeau. Adrienne Barbeau was born on June 11, 1945, present age of 75. Was born in Sacramento, California. The daughter of Armenia and Joseph Barbeau, who was a public relations executive for Mobil Oil. Her mother was of Armenian descent and her father's ancestry was French, Canadian, Irish, and German. She has a sister, Jocelyn, and a half-brother on her father's side, Robert Barbeau, who still resides in the Sacramento area. Barbeau attended Del Mar High School in San Jose, California. In her autobiography, Barbeau says that she first caught the show business bug while entertaining troops at Army bases throughout Southeast Asia, touring with the San Jose Civic Light Opera. Barbeau has been married twice. Barbeau was married to director John Carpenter from January 1, 1979, to 1990. The couple had a son, John Cody Carpenter, shortly before they separated. During their marriage, the couple lived in the Hollywood Hills but according to Barbeau remained totally outside Hollywood's social circles. Barbeau married actor-playwright-producer Billy Van Zandt, 12 years her junior, on December 31, 1992. The two met in 1991 when Barbeau was cast in the West Coast premiere of his play, Drop Dead. Billy is the half-brother of musician-actor Stephen Van Zandt. She gave birth to twin boys, Walker Stephen and William Dalton Van Zandt, on March 17, 1997, at age 51, claiming she was the only one on the maternity ward who was also a member of AARP. The couple filed for divorce in 2018. Along with those years, her career began as follows. In the late 1960s, Barbeau moved to New York City and worked for the mob as a go-go dancer. She made her Broadway debut in the chorus of Fiddler on the Roof, and later took the role of Hodel, Tevi's daughter. Bette Midler played her character's sister Zeidel. She left Fiddler in 1971 to play the leading role of Cookie Kovach in the off-Broadway nudie musical Stag Movie. Barbeau, as Cookie Kovach, and Brad Sullivan, as Ripcord, were quite jolly and deserved to be congratulated on the lack of embarrassment they show when, on occasion, they have to wander around stark naked. They may not be sexy but they certainly keep cheerful, wrote the New York Times theater critic Clive Barnes in an otherwise negative review. Barbeau went on to star in more than 25 musicals and plays, including Women Behind Bars, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and Grease. She received a Theatre World Award and a 1972 Tony Award nomination for her portrayal of tough girl Rizzo in Grease. During the 1970s, Barbeau starred as Carol Traynor, the daughter of B. Arthur's title character, on the comedy series Maude, which ran from 1972 to 1978. In her autobiography, "There Are Worse Things I Could Do," Barbeau remarked, "What I didn't know is that when I said I was usually walking down a flight of stairs and no one was even listening to me. They were just watching my breasts precede me." During the last season of Maude, Barbeau did not appear in the majority of the episodes. Barbeau and Arthur reunited on camera during a 2007 taping of The View, reminiscing about their long-running friendship and their years as co-stars on Maude. About her relationship with Arthur, Barbeau said in a 2018 interview with Dread Central. In a 2009 Entertainment Tonight TV interview, Barbeau mentioned that she had good on and off-camera chemistry with Arthur. She said that the two stayed close until Arthur's death on April 25, 2009. She was cast in numerous television films and series such as The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, Valentine Magic on Love Island, and Battle of the Network Stars. In her autobiography, she claimed, "The popularity of Barbeau's 1978 cheesecake poster confirmed her status as a sex symbol." Barbeau's popularity stemmed partly from what critic Joe Bob Briggs referred to as the two enormous talents on that woman, and her typecasting as a tough broad. Despite her initial success, She said at the time that she thought of Hollywood as a flesh market and that she would rather appear in films that explore the human condition and deal with issues. The Fog in 1980, which was her first theatrical film appearance. The film was released on February 1, 1980, and was a theatrical success, grossing over $21 million in the United States alone, and establishing Barbeau as a genre film star. She subsequently appeared in a number of early 1980s horror and science fiction films, a number of which have now become cult film classics, including Escape from New York, Creepshow, and Swamp Thing. She also appeared in the high-grossing Burt Reynolds comedy The Cannonball Run and as the shrewish wife of Rodney Dangerfield's character in Back to School. Barbeau also starred, alongside future talk show host Bill Maher and actress and model Shannon Tweed, in the comedy Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. In the 1990s, Barbeau mostly appeared in made-for-television films such as Scott Turo's The Burden of Proof, as well as playing Oswald's mother on The Drew Carey Show and gaining new fame among animation fans as Catwoman on Batman, the animated series, and Gotham Girls. She also worked as a television talk show host and a weekly book reviewer for KABC Talk Radio in Los Angeles. In 1999, she guest-starred in the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode Inter Arma Enim Silent Leges as Romulan Senator Kamara Creek. In 1994, she also appeared in the Babylon 5 episode Spider in the Web as Amanda Carter. In 1998, Barbeau released her debut album as a folk singer, the self-titled Adrienne Barbeau. She starred in the cartoon series Totally Spies, doing the voice of villainous Helga von Guggen in seasons 1, 2, and 4. From 2003 to 2005, she starred on the HBO series Carnival. From March to May 2006, she starred as Judy Garland in the off-Broadway play The Property Known as Garland. Barbeau played a cameo role in Rob Zombie's Halloween, a reimagining of the 1978 film of the same name, written and directed by her first husband, John Carpenter. Her scene was cut from the theatrical version of the film but is included in the DVD version. In 2009, Barbeau was cast as the cat lady in the family comedy The Dog Who Saved Christmas, as Scooter's mom in the 3D animated feature Fly Me to the Moon, and as a hospice patient in the love story Reach for Me. Also in 2009, Barbeau had guest spots in the first episode of Showtime's hit series Dexter, as well as on Grey's Anatomy. She voiced the Greek goddess Hera in the video game God of War 3 released for the PlayStation 3 in March 2010. In August 2010, she began a role on the long-running ABC daytime drama General Hospital. In 2012, she voiced UNSC scientist, Dr. Tilson, in the highly anticipated game Halo 4, released on the Xbox 360 in November 2012. She voiced characters in the 2015 Mad Max video game. She is the voice of the Overseer in Fallout 76. Adrienne Barbeau appears in Argo, playing Alan Arkin's character's former wife. She reprised her role as Catwoman in an animated remake of the third trailer for The Dark Knight Rises. This trailer was made to both celebrate the upcoming movie as well as to promote Hub's 10-episode marathon of Batman, the animated series. On October 22, 2013, she made a guest appearance on the FX series Sons of Anarchy. In 2015, she spent a year playing Pippin's grandmother in the national tour of Pippin singing her showstopper, No Time at All, while hanging upside down from a trapeze 15 feet in the air. In 2015, she assumed the role of Bert in Pippin with the Broadway touring company of the renowned musical. In the same year, she also began to provide the descriptive video service track for visually impaired individuals for multiple television series and films, including Mrs. America for Hulu and Tiger King for Netflix. Barbeau appeared on Ken Reed's TV Guidance Counselor podcast on February 19, 2016. In 2020, Barbeau stars in the ecological horror story, Unearthed. Filmed on location in rural Pennsylvania, the movie follows two neighboring farm families whose relationships are strained when one of them chooses to lease their land to an oil and gas company. In the midst of growing tension, the land is drilled, and something long dormant and terrifying, deep beneath the Earth's surface, is released. And finally, none of us like to be alone. But divorce in 2018 should be the right thing to do. In love, when they fall out of love, they will choose to divorce, even tired of everyday life. At the age of 77, I wish you good health and happiness in life. Life at its most peaceful, dear Adrienne Barbeau.